Welcome back to the channel, and somebody asked me the other day, G4, if you had a limited amount of mods to build in Fallout 4, what would those be? So today I thought, that's an interesting question, why don't I make a video about it? You see we're in the bar at Sanctuary Hills, it's night time, I'm relaxing, don't judge me. So today I'm going to show you through the mods that I couldn't build with that and that have changed the way that I do these builds and are almost a crutch set of mods. I hope you're going to enjoy it, I hope it's going to be useful. Let's do it! So one of the things about Fallout 4 is that one of the huge things is the modding community, and the modding community have taken the building element of Fallout 4 and Fallout 4 in general to a whole different stratosphere of what's possible. And there's a number of mods. I started using mods quite a while ago, and there's a number of mods that I just basically could not do with that because they just allow me to do things that normally I wouldn't be able to do with the settlement building mode in Fallout 4. And yeah, we're going to go through each of those today. Now I have got a ton of mods that I use, so I'm going to kind of limit this to maybe 5 or 6 mods in total. And if I have, and most of these mods I have already done some kind of mod review, so I'll point you to those if you want to know more about these. And if I haven't done a mod review, I will schedule to do one in the future if you'd like me to do that. So without further ado, let's go across to the mods list and let's start working our way through it. Now, if you've been building Fallout 4 for a while, you might have seen, you probably know most of what I'm about to show you, but there might be one or two that you don't have or you haven't seen, or there's a logic behind why I use it, and therefore anything you can add to your arsenal. Most of these they're Xbox mods, but they are available on Xbox and PC, and even some are on PlayStation. So just so you understand that. Let's move over to the mod list now. And I think you're going to be surprised at some of these mods because they might not be what you would think I will show you. Oh, a bit Mystery G4, I like it. Okay, let's have a quick look. So we're going to start off with Cheat Terminal. Now, the main reason I start off with Cheat Terminal is for one specific reason and one specific reason only. And the author here is the Nexus AU. It is a 5.86 megabyte download, and the reason I use Cheat Terminal is for the crafting and resources that it offers. The first thing you're going to need when you start building, and there's nothing worse than when you start building this settlement and you run out of crafting material or resources. So one of the first things that I do when I start a new settlement is open up Cheat Terminal. I go to the crafting point and I just craft a whole heap of resources. So I don't have to think about it. Drop it in the workshop. Life's good. It's done. You don't even have to think about what you're doing beyond that. So yeah, Cheat Terminal or a similar type of mod, and there is a lot of those mods out there that give you unlimited resources, would be the first thing that I would suggest you look at getting from Bethesda.net or Nexus or wherever you get your mods, and drop it into your list. So the next mod we're going to show you, and this will be no surprise, is Place Anywhere by Registrar 2000. It is a 120 kilobyte download, tiny, but this mod will change the way that you build. Now, if you build in vanilla, there's no way you'll be able to do anything like this. Even if you have other mods equipped, this mod will take you to a whole different level of building. Now, it is called various things in different platforms: Place Anywhere, Place Everywhere, or Quappa for PlayStation. Whichever mod it is for your system, I highly recommend that you grab this and utilize it. Now, you're seeing in the background is my mod review on it, and I will leave, if I have done a mod review, I will leave links down in the description so you can check these out. Sometimes people have a problem finding this mod. Bethesda.net, search Place Anywhere, you'll find it, no problem. This is the Xbox version, and this just allows you to do a whole lot of things and put building materials and all kinds of stuff in places that you might not normally be able to. You know, those ones that have the red zone around them, that red line of death. Well, Place Anywhere lets you override that and place objects pretty much anywhere you like. You can resize objects, you can do all kinds of stuff. It just gives you a huge amount of precision that you would normally not get with other mods. Highly recommend Place Anywhere. It's absolute a crutch for me, and I wouldn't be able to do the builds that I do without it. Okay, so moving right along, Workshop Rearranged by Ignoble Steward. This mod is fantastic for a lot of reasons. Now, there are some requirements which I'll go through for in a minute. It is a fairly large mod, one of the bigger mods I'm going to show you, 220 megabytes. It adds thousands of assets to your game, and it does require you to have the DLCs present. There is no non-DLC version of this mod, so there are those kind of things that are going to hinder you a little bit. This is the Xbox version. I don't think there's a PlayStation version. No, there's a PC version. So that's the first thing. The big thing about Workshop Rearranged is basically how it rearranges your menus into a logical manner, and you're able to find resources in a logical way. The thing that Bethesda could really learn from. This is the major thing about why I use Workshop Rearranged, is the way that it organizes the menu system so that I can find things quickly. And yeah, you get the bonus of getting all these other assets at the same time. Lots of different assets that you may not have seen before or don't have access to in a lot of other mods or in the vanilla building mode. There are a few caveats though. You may need some patches when you're using Workshop Rearranged. That's the first one, and I'll show you those now. So you can see there's Workshop Rearranged, and then there's a patch for the master plan. There's a patch for USO, and there's also a patch that is required for Sanctuary Houses. So you might need some patches to make other mods work nicely with Workshop Rearranged. The other thing is that where it is in the load order is critical, because it will interact with some of the other mods, and generally the rule of thumb is have it at the very bottom of all your settlement mods and all your building mods, and it should work, and then have the patches underneath it. Apart from that, the benefits outweigh any of the downsides of it. It is a fantastic mod, and I certainly could not do with that. So if you want to learn a little bit more, actually we have done 2 different mod reviews on this particular mod, and they're on the channel. Just go to my playlist, my mod review, Fallout 4 mod review playlist, and search out Workshop Rearranged, and explain exactly how this works and all the different assets that it provides. And I will leave a link down below also. So the next mod I'm going to show you is Dead Wasteland. Now, there are 2 versions of this for Xbox. There is the Dead Wasteland's full Xbox One version by CVC Beth, which is 473 megabytes. It's a huge download, but you get over 3,000 assets, and they're all lore friendly. No DLCs required. Or you can go for just the light version, which is 363 megabytes, and you get a few less assets in that one. This one here is the one I was using for a little while until I knew there was a full version, and the full version gives you quite a few more things to play with. Fantastic mod, sits on its own. I haven't actually done a review on this one, but I'm planning to do it in the future. And really this is all about making assets for you that are more of a wasteland type feel, more of after the bombs have dropped and what's happened, and what the settlers and occupiers of the Commonwealth might have done with the various resources they have and what they've come up with. And this has just got so so much to it, this mod, it's not funny. There are so many ways that you can go. I use it a lot. I certainly use the dead assets a lot to create things together with the grounded mod. And yeah, there's just hours and hours of exploring and assets to find in this mod, and they've done a lot of nav meshing, snapping and collision. It's a very, very solid mod, and I highly recommend it. I've been using it for quite a while now, and it just gives you different assets to the normal kind of settlement decoration mods. So if you haven't checked this one out before, I highly recommend it. Unfortunately for you guys on Xbox, 473 megabytes is a huge number to give up for the allocation that you have of 2 gigs. But if you're on PC, absolutely, you should have this in your order, your mod load order, and be using it. Now, generally where I'll leave it in the mod load order is it's actually below Workshop Rearranged. It sits at the bottom of the mod list, so it really doesn't interfere with any other mods. So check it out and watch out for a mod review, specific mod review on this in the coming weeks. So talking of different items and different assets, you have built your dream home. You gotta now kind of decorate it. And if you're like me, you're time poor, and I'm admittedly lazy when it comes to decoration. Wasn't always the greatest decorator in the world. So that's why I love Creative Clutter. And I think there's a few versions of this. This is the old DLC version. And again, this is a hefty 346 megabytes. But people, it is absolutely worth it. No doubt about it. If you just want to stick stuff in to be able to decorate with, this is the mod for you. And the creators of this mod have gone out of their way to get it organized for you into different rooms, and within the different rooms, different assets that you can do. And then they've put together combinations of different items so that you can just plop it down, and decorations done in a flash. And absolutely love this mod. You will, or you may find that it's a little bit laggy when you're using it, just to let you know. And yeah, the assets and some of these presets will chew into your building allocation quite a bit. But I can tell you, for a time saver, this is absolutely a mod you should have in your arsenal. Crayon Kit, thank you so much for a wonderful mod, and thank you to the creative crew that have put this together. It's just, yeah, it's just an amazing mod, and they're forever updating it and giving you new stuff to play with, and who doesn't like that? So finally, if you want to get out of the settlement and build anywhere in the Commonwealth, Workbench Anywhere, Workbench Everywhere, whatever it's called by Andrew CX. It's a tiny little download, 16 kilobytes, but boy oh boy does this pack an absolute punch. I have a whole tutorial on how this works and how to get the best out of this, so check that out, check the link below. But it is so simple to use, and it means you can just build anywhere you like in the Commonwealth. No restrictions whatsoever. And if you've been with the channel a while, you would have seen tons and tons of builds that are not within a settlement. The build limit that he gives is absolutely huge, and there are a few caveats on this one which I explain in my tutorial and my mod review that you need to know about. But honestly, I wouldn't worry about this. Just grab this together with Cheat Terminal, you fill it up with resources, and you can just build anywhere you like, and it just gives you so much more flexibility and creativity to build lots of stuff where you not normally see it. Probably break the game. It hasn't broke the game for me yet, but I'm sure at some point in the future it will. Fantastic mod. Highly recommend it. I love this mod for just getting out of those 29 settlements that we have in Fallout 4 and building something out and about in the Commonwealth. So there you go. There are my favourite must-have mods for Fallout 4. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I wanted to share these with you. I hope you might have picked up a few new mods for your collection. Maybe a few that you haven't seen before. Like I said, if I haven't done a mod review on any of these in the past, I will certainly look to do that in the future if you want me to. I'll only do that though if you leave some comments down below saying, yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more about that particular mod that you showcased, G4. Thanks so much for being a fabulous Fallout community. Thanks for the support on the channel. Of course, a like rating is always appreciated. It helps the channel grow, and we'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. We'll see ya.